Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rip Returns Super Mario Bros. 3, a series of videos where I go back to video games I couldn't beat as a kid and try to recapture a little bit of my long-lost glory. This is not a completely lawless procedure, so let's take a quick look at the rules. The first rule, courtesy of Little Rip the Death Counter, the hardest working man in this video, I guarantee you. The first rule is no warps. This isn't like Mario 2 where I don't know where the warps are. This is Mario 3 where I know where the warp whistles are, but I don't want to use them. I want to play every level. The big reason for that is part of Rule 2 to know my limits. The fact of the matter is that even though I think I was okay at this game at one point, I never was good enough to beat it, or else we wouldn't be doing this. And with that in mind, I need to acquire skill. And the best way to acquire skill is to play every level and, learn from it, get some skill. So, no warping, and know those limits. Get the skills. Don't take shortcuts past levels unless you've clearly shown you can beat it. Or if the level is just unnecessarily tedious and you feel like you're starting to spiral. And that is when Rule 3 comes in. Use the power-ups. Since this game does give you the option to acquire power-ups that you can choose from the map screen and start the level with, there's no reason not to use them. As a kid, I hoarded them, but if I'm getting into a death spiral, a situation where I've died 5 times in a row on a specific section of a level, then using a power-up at the start is a good way to try to counter that death spiral. And there are some situations here where that's just the best idea. So, let's use those power-ups to enhance what we learn skill-wise and get through this game. And with all of those rules in mind, it's time to get on with Episode 4 of Rip Returns to Super Mario Bros. 3. An episode that I am calling Sky High Die. Alright, we're into the first half of the Sky World, and when I say first half, I really mean it. If you haven't seen this world before, it really is divided into 2 parts. We are currently in the ground section, but if you look on the far right of the map, there is a strange-looking castle-type fortress/thing. It actually looks like the Temple of the Community of Christ, an obscure Mormon offshoot from Independence, Missouri. It's a building that looks like a big conch shell, kind of. But that is a transitional building that will take us up to the sky portion of the Sky World, which in my mind is just, friendly from Nintendo because the whole Sky World isn't in the freaking sky, which is not my best place to be. That level we just blew through, obviously. The big thing is, man, there were so many chain chomps there. We really do ratchet up the difficulty in World 5, as you will see, especially when we get to the second half. But we also have some more tricky level layouts. This is a very frustrating level. If you notice, I just fell. This level can either be very long or very short. The question is, do you make the jump or not? If you make that initial jump, you skip most of the level. If you fall down here, you're in for a slog. And that's something I'm going to figure out very quickly. So we're into a mostly aquatic subworld, or at least a semi-aquatic subworld. This subworld is completely unnecessary. You do not have to come down here, and it is not recommended. You see there's tight confines, and there's these ice block throwing guys who are not your friends. And it's just a big dang slog that's very frustrating to try to get through. It's not impossible, obviously, and for all I know, if this is a level that speedrunners actually do, they're probably better in this part than the other one. I don't know. But the heart of the matter is you can just do one good jump and skip the whole thing, and that's kind of what I'm in favor of. So we'll just nail this one simple jump. No, apparently we won't. Back into the pit. At least there's some fun in looming over the Koopa, I suppose. And it's probably a miracle I didn't kill myself with that shell. Okay, am I gonna get it this time? We're already down 2 lives from our original 16. Get the feel of it. Oh, we saved it a little. Can we get it? Yes. Alright, we're on to the show. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's make sure we get up here. There is that little Koopa surprise. Oh, we got through. And we are on to the ending, I believe. Oh, the slides are so much fun. I wish I could have nailed the double slide there. That would have been even better. But yeah, it looks like we're going to make it through to the end. Very well done. It's just one life, but a life is a life, and I'm not going to complain. We're only down 1 so far this run. Again, a reminder that I have no idea if there's a pattern to this. I just go by whatever part of my body hurts the most at the moment. Talk about putting a traditional Mario player on the back foot, go down the pipe to start the level, and start moving right? That doesn't make sense. That's insanity. Why would you even do that? I love the way this game mixes things up. And there is no bigger mix-up than right here with the shoe. I think it's called Kuribo's shoe? I don't remember for sure. All I know for sure is that the shoe is a bit of the pain in the butt because you can't get into it by jumping on the enemy that's in it. You have to hit it from underneath, and that is something I obviously didn't figure out on this playthrough. Well, on this life. You know, big surprise, we're going to come back here. And wow, we almost blew ourselves up right there. The bombs have just a terrible, I don't know, like a carry-on, would you say? It's almost like you stop when you, it's not a universal experience by any means anymore, but it used to be that older cars, when you turned them off, it took a minute for their, not literally a minute, but a few seconds, for their engines to finally peter out. Carry-on is what I think we used to call it. And it's a little bit like that. The interesting thing about this level is when you look at it, it really is just a tutorial on the best uses for the shoe. There's high jumps. There's lots of places where Mario can't stand. It's really just a pretty well put together list of things that you're better at if you've got the shoe. And if you duck for long enough, like an idiot, instead of what I... Oh, well, that's fine. You deserve to die there. Alright, let's see if we can get the shoe this time. And hey, look at that, I figured out the trick, and quicker than I would have thought. With the shoe, you get bigger ups. You do have to time your running, or think a little bit more about how you progress, because you do have the hops to figure into your movement, so you don't have quite as much control over Mario. But being able to stand on munchers and stomp on enemies you couldn't normally stomp is a big advantage, especially in a level, like I said, that's basically a tutorial for the use for this specific item. I feel like there is something important or interesting in that initial box here in the subworld, that box with the Kuribo Goomba in it, but I don't know what it is, and frankly, I don't see a good point in chasing it. I get this feeling that I've missed a frog suit, but it may have been in the first... I don't know. All I know is I probably don't need it so much that I would want to go back and get it. But, I mean, we've got a fire flower and a shoe. We're pretty unstoppable right now. Let's see if we can translate that into a good pickup on the... We cannot. We only got the fire flower and not the star. And note, the shoe is gone now. The shoe is a one-level only deal. Alright, let's hammer our bros. Well done. A little bit of patience. Excellently done. Very good Marioing. We're only one life down. Will we be able to add to our total here? I'm almost certain we won't, especially since I got the star, and the star is so very hard to get. Yeah, I didn't even get to the second part. The third part of the star has to be lead. You have to sort of get the feel for how far ahead you have to click it, because you can't usually click it when the star comes up. Anyway, we're on to the combination of, I don't know, wafers and fire... What do they call them? Pootaboos? I think that's actually the name of those fireballs. It's a big mess. There's a little shortcut you can take here if you've got a P-Wing, or I guess a regular wing and some flying power. Which... I skipped it. Not a big deal, I don't think. Let's see how long we can keep this. Yeah. So maybe I needed it. I don't know. And we could be looking at a death here. Tease him out. Ooh, wow. Advanced move. Very nice. Only down one life. Can we take out Boom Boom? Let's watch out for wings. No wings. 2 hits. And... Oh. Up. Oh, we got Boom Boom. Excellent Marioing, my friend. Alright, it's match game time. Like I said, I always used the player's guide for these. And eventually I do just look up the chart, because there's only so many combinations, and it's frustrating to not know what I'm looking for. But I haven't done it yet, obviously. You can tell that I do remember a little bit, because I always check specific things, so I may be remembering incorrectly, but I am remembering. That aside, though, we are one death into the Sky Tower. From here on, once we manage to clear out this rather unique puzzly type level, not really puzzly, but it's a fortress with no fortress goal, we get to a new and much more challenging part of the level. I love that we've come up to the minarets on top of the fortress now. Alright, we've reached the top. We are in the sky portion of the sky world, and difficulty's gonna ramp up, as you can see, almost immediately. We've got the spinny bars, we've got clouds, we've got fat idiots who don't know how the spinny bars work, apparently. These are the perpetually turning ones, by the way, not the on and off ones. Excellent jump to get over there. And there we go. Now that death count update felt a little premature there, but the fact of the matter is that was my own fault. All I really needed to do was try to keep up my speed, I think. We'll see how I do on this one. And Nintendo is just killing me here with variations on a theme. You've got the ones that constantly spin, the ones that teeter when you touch them, the ones that spin on set intervals. And it's not cruel, but it's a little frustrating. Most importantly, you will note that we are now Death Spiral eligible. If we die one more time without progressing significantly in the level, we are in our first official Death Spiral of Super Mario Bros. 3. Let's see how we do. Still eligible. Still eligible. Excellently managed. Very well done. Oop. And we are in a Death Spiral. Alright, as we talked about in the rules, this is one of those situations where it's just absolutely time to make use of our items. Let's see if we can use this leaf to get out of the spiral. I'd say we've been successful, so let's go ahead and let the Death Spiral indicator expire as we fly easily towards the ending. The game gives us these options, so let's take advantage of them. Alright, that mischief is successfully managed. We're down 5 lives. It would have been nice not to lose. We'll get one back here. Well, no we won't. We only have 2 thingies. We're only destined to get one back on that. But the fact of the matter is, that could have gone better. We're down 5 lives from that level and 7 lives from the start of this world. And of course, we're right back into the chaos with the Paragoombas, Mini Goombas, and Paratroopas all in a hell of donut blocks. That's just great. I love, however, that we get a shot at a Tanuki suit here. It's not, you know, functionally really all that different from the raccoon suit because I don't know that the additional statue feature is any useful at all, but hey, it's neat, and Mario kind of looks like a teddy bear with, you know, a big raccoon tail, so I'll take it. And we didn't lose any lives. We even got one back, up to 10, down from 16. Will there be success today? There's a chance. There's more of a chance. Let's get the cabbage bottom. There's significantly less of a chance. Well done, dummy. You know, I don't always remember these later levels very well, but I distinctly remember this one because I felt my butt pucker up as soon as I saw it. That's right, we are riding on... what? Crap, I don't actually know what they're called. Wingy beetles? Fuzzy flyers? Red flyers? Jerks? Well, whatever it is, we're riding on them like platforms, and my anxiety is not bad here, but I know it was bad as a kid because they're moving enemy platforms. I wonder if in this case, it's not just age that makes me less freaked out about this, but the fact that I am riding on them. After playing Mario 2, where riding on enemies is just old hat. Of course, now we get to the real enemy of this level, the Fire Chomp, who spits out his own tail, and who is definitely going to factor in later. But hey, at least we started off with a star, so we're beginning to look like we could be possibly 3 levels away, 2 more levels away, from a big ol' 5-up, which we're probably gonna need. I don't know that there's an item limit or not, but just to be safe, I went ahead and used up that cloud. I did, as you will note, play the level anyway, so I don't feel bad about it. This Fire Flower brings up a power-up strategy that was not existent in the earlier games, and by skipping it, I have made a choice. Is it the right choice? We'll find out in a second. And as we fall down here, and flying seems to become a lot less important, the Fire Flower seems like a much better option. But now, thinking about that Fire Flower, as we come to here, the tail seems like the much better option because, frankly, oh my goodness, I am wasting my time right now. I've got a friggin' tail! Why don't I just build up some P-Speed and fly up here instead of being a moron? Oh rip. Oh, rip. Rip to my dumb brain. And now we're thick in it! Oh my goodness! Lakitu, dude! Chill, he's throwing him fast, too. Let's see if we can get a second star here. Alright, we are one level away, one regular level away from a 5-up. And now all we have to do is maybe we can score another 1-up in the bonus world. Well, not the bonus world, the matching game. I remembered that one from last time. This one I obviously didn't. Let's see what we do. Oh, no, no shot. Yeah, no 1-ups here. Left it on the table. Got to go to the fortress. Okay, anti-gravity pootaboos are not going to work out for me, man. That's not cool. That's not cricket. Let's grab this and get out of here. Mario, just run, son! Again, you can fly. I cannot stress this enough. You are flight-capable Mario. Doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, whatever. A bit of a debate here. Do I use an item early? I certainly have a surplus of them. I don't know how I feel about using the Fire Flower right there. I think a mushroom would have been just... Oh, sweet Lord Almighty. Okay, now that Dummy McDumbbutt has wasted his power-up, I guess we'll throw a mushroom on and see if we can't hold it onto it through the Hammer Brothers. Should be able to. Hammer Brothers just aren't the threat to me that they were when I was younger, which I'm very glad for. And a music box. Yeah, that's super helpful. Of course, admittedly, a music box would have been helpful in the last video. I could have used it to hold the Hammer Brothers in place and not get destroyed by them. I also like the use of the cloud there. I mean, I am down half of the lives that I had before. This certainly isn't going to pan out. I'll be shocked if it does. It didn't. But I took a shot. Like I said, I started at 16. I'm down to 8. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have some more lives. Let's not embarrass ourselves now. Or, hey, I guess conversely, I could embarrass the hell out of myself. Great job, idiot. This is a situation where the hitboxes of the question mark blocks really put me at a little bit of a disadvantage. Anyway, my bad play set me up for bad play there. Also, if you were counting, that's 4 deaths so far in the... I would say this is 4 deaths in one section of a... Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, Death Spiral! The frustrating thing about this Death Spiral is this really is a situation where it's technical skill that is most important, so an item is not particularly helpful here. I mean, I guess I could try to use, in worst case scenario, a P-Wing, but I could also try to use a Leaf to try to fly through some of the obstacles, but because we've got these sky-bound Kootaboos, that's not a great proposition. That's the kind of death you think about for a while. We are now down 11 lives since the start of this particular world, and 6 lives on this spiral. Got the star to come right. That's a good job by me. Did I just dodge? Or no, he wasn't there there was a Drybos there, wasn't there? Who cares? Kill Boom Boom. Wings. Got him there. One more. Oh, we're out of the spiral. Okay. On to a fresh challenge. This is really a situation where I wish I had come through on one of those life slot machine, whatever you want to call them. But since those mini games blew out, yeah, we're not in a great place. This is not too challenging so far, though. We're only down 12 lives from how we started. 13. And yeah, that's definitely a situation where that's my gameplay that's at fault, not a combination of other factors. That's pure not nailing that jump. Okay. Now, what? Let's go back and look at that again. If you see, right here, at this point I have made a mistake. A very clear mistake. I had this level beaten. If I don't jump, I beat the level. This could not be more my fault. Wow. Let's move on. Obviously, with only 2 lives left, we can't even hit a death spiral, so we needed to use items, but a star was not what we needed there. The raccoon leaf, on the other hand, was. Now, a P-Wing would have ended this immediately, pretty much. I don't know why I didn't go with that. Maybe I was hoarding an item I didn't need to hoard. But now we've lost the raccoon tail, so we're already up Crab Creek. At least we got to the end this time. We need the star so bad here, man. Alright, 5 up. That is absolutely massive. We could stay alive through the end of the world with this. I absolutely can't justify the use of this star. I don't know why I did it. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Using the star looks even worse now because this is not a very enemy-filled level. It's just a platforming level. Oh good, Fire Chomp is here. That's pretty much all the enemy we need. Of course, the star wouldn't have done us any good with this guy because it's too far in, but... well, that was a profanity edit. Anyway, yeah, the Fire Chomp is a very frustrating guy because he moves wherever he seemingly wants. He also spits out his own fire tail, as you saw. But that is also what gets rid of him. He only has the number of shots that you can see, and when he's done, he just blows up like a bomb. So he's a huge hassle, but he's not necessarily the biggest hassle. All you have to do is manage him, and he can be killed, like Mario. You absolutely can jump on Fire Chomp's head to get rid of him. You just need to be a little bit careful with your timing in any situation to make sure that you're not trying to jump on him while he's spitting fire. But in this level in particular, you need to try to time it so that you don't jump on him while he's, you know, over nothing, or you could be in a lot of trouble. Given how the second half of this world is gone, this is not a great looking situation. I can see myself there, trying to figure out if I want the P-Wing. I cannot believe I used another star there. So useless. So we've wasted a star, but we're not going to waste anything else. We are down 12 lives from where we started off, and we've gained almost that many lives extra, but we're in a bad shape, and we are Death Spiral eligible in one more life, I think. So let's try to nail this one down now. Alright, the key to this guy is reading him and taking your time. And ideally, killing him if the opportunity arrives. Like right there, I could have... Wow, that was the exact opposite of what I wanted. I checked real quick, and we are now eligible to begin a death spiral if we die again. Should I have used a P-Wing now? In retrospect, I think I should have, and just avoided the death spiral even starting. I didn't do it, so now I'm completely up to my own devices, which have proven to not be the best devices in town. You know, we're not exactly shopping at Good Device Co. Where do you get crappy devices from? Amazon Basics? I don't know. Alright, he's dead. He's out of our... Oh, for Pete's sake. Death Spiral. Today, in categorically wrong choices, the Fire Flower. This is a point to use a P-Wing. P-Wings are not cheat items in this game like they are in like the new Super Mario Bros. Games. P-Wings are for exactly this type of situation in my mind. When you've started to spiral, and you just need to break yourself mentally out of it, use the frickin' P-Wing. Heck, I don't even know if fire works on the Fire Chomp. Certainly doesn't work on dumb stuff like that. Okay, last life, we've got the P-Wing. Let's take it home, country roads, like that song that was forever ruined by the worst game ever made, Fallout 76. I am going to be just a little tentative here with the use of the P-Wing because I don't know if there will be a enemy spawning later from above, so I'm just going to use it to cheat around the platforms. Well, that was a near disaster. And now it's a total disaster. The second P-Wing in this spot may seem a little wasteful, but at this point I think we're more in information gathering mode, so I want to determine viability and see if we can't just escape this. I really think I should have just attacked him and not had to deal with him later on, but he is almost gone. And a second one emerges, and that's exactly why I probably should have attacked him earlier to get a little piece. Note that he explodes like a bomb, so he has that feel to him. But we are through the level, and we got the star, so that's a little something to be encouraged for. Problem is, we still have no lives, and we're coming into the castle. This is not the time to be playing Duck Hunt waiting for this, man. I need to get going, get some momentum and some positivity. Honestly, this is a situation where the comparatively mellow pacing that I've talked about before for the airship levels really helps out. It's kind of calming me down a little after that just disaster piece that I pulled. So let's see if we can bring a little momentum and take it home. Getting the raccoon leaf into the Koopa fight would have been great. We still have the mushroom, at least for the moment. Alright, we're taking the mushroom into the Koopa. Let's see what we can do. And is this Sumo Bro? Yes, it is. We're in trouble. Oh. Big trouble. Ah. Alright, it's time for our first continue. We blew all 16 lives. As is protocol from earlier series, if you watched those, we will be fast-forwarding to interesting parts on the repeat. One thing to note here as we retread old ground fast motion style is that some levels remain beaten. The castles stay crumbled. The Sky Tower, or whatever it's called, will not, but we won't have to go through the fortresses again, which makes clearing certain levels all the more important because you just don't have to go through it again. A very, very handy thing they give you because they also restore the mini-games even if you do as terribly as I did there. At least I'm seeing good progress in remembering things here in this second run-through of the first half of the world. Fast forwarding through this too because I've begun thinking about trying to manipulate it with rewind to get extra lives and not have to deal with continues. Didn't go too far with it there, and we're back to normal speed. This is an example of gaining skills and experience from an earlier attempt that I am now using to make a level that was originally challenging, much less so. And we're obviously all the better for it. Especially since I can go back and get the wind-up. Mushroom's not great, but it is a good start. I'll be manipulating things again here, so I'm going to speed it up. And a 5-up is very handy going forward. That one was not on the flame chop, it was definitely on me. I guess there's something familiar about being your own worst enemy, at least in my case. We are now one death from a death spiral, one death from a death spiral. What an apt number on the old death count to start a death spiral. It's definitely time to start thinking about using items. Probably should have started, like I've said, as soon as the spiral started, but I am a little trigger shy after blowing 2 P-Wings earlier on. I don't know that this is going to be the right choice. Let's see what we can do here. Well, that didn't last long. I would call this a classic Death Spiral style influenced death. Completely unnecessary. Definitely a product of frustration. The P-Wing has to come out now. Let's just get through this. Okay, well executed. We got the bonus life. Let's move on. Well, that was a nice bout of futility. Could be a handy item pickup there, that's something. I don't feel bad about that one. It wasn't great, but I don't really feel bad about it. Okay, a star wouldn't... Alright, a star would not hurt at all. I mean, I don't know that we're going to be able to cash in on it at all, but it's something, and we need anything we can to get some positive momentum at this point. That's one of the reasons it's so great that we don't have to deal with the castle. Now let's see if we can nail down these final two levels. Just some clutch Marioing there, very happy. and extra happy to have that star, one level between us and a rematch with Stumpy Stumperson. So the question's going to be, should I just have immediately brought the P-Wing in and tried to bypass this? And I can pretty much defend the decision not to do it on at least the first level. I think I deserve at least one chance to prove that I've got some sort of skill, especially after the easy pass that I got last time in the last level. Here, I just want to see if I can't pull it off on my own. The answer to that question being, of course, no, I cannot. P-Wing time. We will try to get that third star for some needed lives. Very nice. And let's talk a little bit about the P-Wing and whether or not it counts as a cheat item just because we used it. I don't feel like the P-Wing is the worst thing in the world. I would rather not use it. I'd feel better if I didn't use it. But I don't feel like I've compromised the quality of my results in any way by using it, because it's a tool that the game gives me that I have to ration out of my own accord, and that I can use to overcome specific weaknesses in my game. There are parts of the game where P-Wings just seem like the perfect choice, and there are parts of the game where they are all but useless. Like in this level, a P-Wing would be just incredibly tedious to use. So I feel like there is some strategic, decision-making to be made with it. So I don't feel all that bad about using it, and I'm going to go on happy with my result. Alright, Stumpy the Dino Kid, let's do this. Remember, every time he lands, not just the first one. Here we go, there we go. And I, my friend, am the one who stomps. That's level 5 in the books. And that's going to do it for this episode of Rip Returns to Super Mario Bros. 3. Next time, we'll head to World 6 and die in new and horrible ways. See you next time.